I've tried to make this video for the past 2 nights now, and each time I've done it, it's been pretty difficult to talk about. Um, by now you've heard the news that President Iwata of Nintendo has passed away after a battle with cancer. Um, really, he never really let on how sick he was, so for most of us it was really a shock. Um, One of his last video appearances, he was looking a little thin, a little gaunt, and he made reference to that. Showed off his updated me that was a little skinnier to reflect his current appearance. But I didn't really give it too much thought. I don't know. It was a huge shock. He was more than just the president of a multinational corporation. He was really the face of that company that myself and millions of other people really hold dear. And for me, it was really the first time that the company felt approachable and human. He was really good at not acting like a corporate president, and when he was like, representing the company to the core audience. You won't see many corporate presidents holding up bananas and having fist fights with other corporate executives. Yeah, it's just, he was that kind of guy. He was a fun, approachable guy. But rather than rattle off, all the same quotes that have been going around the internet for the past few days, I thought I would just take a few minutes to celebrate his achievements by playing a game that I know that he held in pretty high regard, and that's Balloon Fight. Balloon Fight was one of the first games that he worked on, and really is no secret that he was really proud of it. Ever since he became the president of the company, Balloon Fight's been ported to seriously every system that Nintendo's released. On the GameCube, it was in Animal Crossing as one of the NES games you could play. On the Game Boy Advance, it was one of the classic NES series games. On the DS, we had Tingle's Balloon Fight, which is a little stretch, sort of, but still counts, I guess. On the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U, it was all released for the Virtual Console. And also on the Wii U, in the pack-in game Nintendo Land, there was one of the mini games was called Balloon Trip Breeze, which was kind of like the Balloon Trip mode in Balloon Fight. Very similar, actually. And it was quite a lot of fun. Growing up, never really cared much for this game. I played it a few times. I didn't have any friends that owned it or anything. I may have rented it once or twice. But it really wasn't until the Virtual Console launched on the Wii U that I really, really fell in love with it. When they first launched the Virtual Console, they were doing a promotion where certain games were just like 30 cents or something crazy. And Balloon Fight was the first game that was sold at that price. And I got the hell out of it. I got my money's worth for sure, because maybe because there wasn't many games to play on the Wii U at the time. I'd already finished everything that I owned with New Super Mario Bros. U and Zombie U and a handful of the eShop games. So naturally, I still wanted to play with my Wii U, so 30-cent game. And really, I really fell in love with it at that point. I guess just needing to fill a void on my Wii U, like just wanted something to play on it, and having that game, it was just right place, right time. I'm not going to pretend I'm good at it. I'm really not. I'm okay, I guess. I'm better than I used to be. I don't know. I've never watched a professional Balloon Fight player go, but I really can appreciate the game for what it is now. Originally, I just kind of figured it was like a Joust clone, which on the face it really is, but there's way more to it than that. There's a lot of depth with the fish and the lightning bolts and the little bonus stages. I don't know, it was a lot of fun. And really more approachable than Joust, I think. It's more approachable to all ages, which Iwata was really a big proponent for. He wanted to make games for everybody, not just kids, not just core gamers or whatever. Games that appeal to everyone, and that's always kind of been Nintendo's mantra, and something that I feel is why I like Nintendo my entire life. I mean, they've proven that what they do is right, and they know what they're doing. But recently, there was a member of the Nintendo Age forums I saw on Facebook, and he posted a ROM hack of Balloon Fight, replacing the Balloon Kid with Iwata, and replacing the balloons with more Kirby-inspired feel to the balloons. And if you'd like, I'll link the ROM hack below. You can download it. Somebody even went as far as to make up a mock label for it, and I think he's maybe in talks to make up some cartridges to sell for cancer research or something, I believe, but I don't know how far that's going to get. But the ROM exists, and I'll link that below if you care to see it. I know there's like plenty of other games that he made that were probably better than Balloon Fight. Earthbound, for example, Pokemon Stadium, he had a big hand in. The Kirby series, even games like Adventures of Lolo. At least one of the first one in Japan, I believe, Eggerland, he was responsible for. I'm a huge fan of that series as well. But Balloon Fight's always going to stand out to me as the game that he probably had the fondest memories of. I guess just because he was always talking about it. You always saw him, I don't know, he had this glow about him whenever he would mention Balloon Fight. And I guess every time I play this game now, I'm going to think of him, because I don't know, it's a game that I know that he was quite fond of. Even if he never really said it out loud, you could just tell it kind of just resonated from him. So anyway, kind of rambling now. I'm not really good at talking about this kind of stuff. He will be sorely missed. The gaming industry as a whole has lost a really special and important person, and I never expected something like this to hit me as hard as it did, but it has. And I don't know, it's hard, but I know Nintendo will move on. I know that the world will move on, but at least we have lots of great games that he worked on to remember him by. So thank you, Mr. Iwata. Thank you for everything you've done. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I know this video has probably been done to death by everybody, but I felt it kind of a personal way to say thank you, even if I know he'll never see it. Nintendo games mean a lot to me. They have my entire life, and to have someone as important as him pass on has been pretty difficult, but I just wanted to pretty much get my thoughts out there. My condolences to his family, to his friends at Nintendo, and everywhere else. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.